In an incredible act of kindness, two heroic Australians teamed up to pull a helpless kangaroo to safety. The confused Roo found himself in deep trouble after getting stranded in a freezing lake in Canberra. Thankfully, two brave men pulled him out of the water just in time. Apparently, the animal even offers a handshake to one of his rescuers in return. The moment had been caught on camera, and the video footage went viral online.
Before we begin, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos.
The now viral footage, initially shared on Facebook by David Boyd, an eyewitness of the rescue, shows two strangers carefully approaching an exhausted kangaroo that seems unable to move after getting stuck in the cold waters of Lake Burley Griffin, Canberra, Australia. The kangaroo initially seemed nervous when the two men closed in, crouching low, and then startling when the first man reached out to touch him. However, it eventually allows them to lift it up and is carried out of the water. The poor animal was eventually taken to shore with both him and his rescuers unharmed. It is now, then, kangaroos can be extremely dangerous in human presence, even though the intentions are peaceful. ABC Net identified one of the rescuers as Nick Crowder, who was out with group for his early morning exercise in the lockdown, when he came across a kangaroo stuck in the shallow water near Commonwealth Avenue Bridge. Crowder told the media outlet that the group made a call to wildlife experts to come and assist, but eventually decided to just deal with it in the moment, adding, "It just looked like he wanted to help." At the end of the day, I think it's just what any warm-blooded person would do, Nick Crowder told ABC Australia. You help out animals or people, or whatever you need, and we've seen that so many times over the years. As the two brave men grabbed the distressed kangaroo and took him to safety, a third man who was standing on the boardwalk put his hands on the hapless Roo and tried to comfort him. Again, the kangaroo seemed startled as it's pulled up onto solid ground, turning around again to face the water, before one of the men stands in front of it and holds its paws, seemingly to ensure it doesn't jump straight back in. It took nearly half an hour for the three men to calm down the tired animal, but when he comes into his senses, the marsupial finds the sweetest way to thank one of his brave rescuers. He shakes his hand. Boyd, who shared the video to a local community group, said, "The kangaroo came good. This was my morning, only in Canberra. Well done to these two guys, absolute champions. Bloody freezing." His post read. The heartwarming rescue made waves on social media. The footage received reactions from more than 3,000 people, with hundreds of those praising the courageous work of the men involved. That water would have been freezing. Well done for rescuing that kangaroo. One person wrote in a comment, "Well done, and cool how it thanked you." Another wrote. Others described the men as legends and praised them for their awesome work. Doesn't get any more Aussie than a kangaroo and being swooped by a magpie. "Great job, boys," one person wrote. While another one added, "These men were amazingly calm. What great guys." Others pointed out that the men should consider themselves lucky that kangaroos' legs were too cold to be of use, as they may have been used as powerful weapons. They did a great thing, yes, however. They are so lucky that Roo was cold. Those back legs would have ripped them straight open, one person wrote. Yes, they did an awesome job, but the way they handled that Roo, they could have been seriously injured, another said. Also, if you've not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell to get inspired by these animals' stories every day. Now, back to the story. Kangaroos can use body language to communicate with humans in a similar way to domesticated animals, such as dogs, horses, and goats. That is what a new study has found. Researchers at the University of Sydney and the University of Roehampton studied kangaroos at 3 locations across Australia and found that the animals were capable of asking for help, gazing intently at a human when trying to access food placed in a closed box, instead of attempting to open the box themselves, a behavior usually associated with domesticated animals. In species without hands for pointing, gazing at humans when dealing with inaccessible food during an unsolvable task, and in particular alternating the gaze between the humans and the task, are often interpreted as attempts at referential, intentional communication, the report said. Dr. Alexander Green, a co-author of the study, said rather than just give up when they couldn't open the book, the vast majority of the kangaroos looked to the researcher and then back to the box, a gesture interpreted as a request for help. Their gaze was pretty intense, said Dr. Green, who was also a postdoctoral researcher in the Sydney School of Veterinary Science at the University of Sydney. We've previously thought only domesticated animals try to ask for help with a problem, but kangaroos do it too. If they can't open the box, they look to human and back to the container. Some of them use their nose to nudge the human, and some approached the human and started scratching at him, asking for assistance, Dr. Green said. Dr. Alan McElligott, who is also the lead author of the research, said their study found that the communication between animals can be learned, and that the behavior of gazing at humans to access food is not related to domestication. Indeed, kangaroos showed a very similar pattern of behavior we have seen in dogs, horses, and even goats when put to the same test, said Dr. McElligott, who previously led a study that found goats can understand human cues. Our research shows that the potential for referential, intentional communication towards humans by animals has been underestimated, which signals an exciting development in this area, Dr. McElligott added. Kangaroos are the first marsupials to be studied in this manner, and the positive results should lead to more cognitive research beyond the usual domestic species. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with your friends and family. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.